It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
We don't have much time for a podcast because it's the middle of the night, 12:20 a.m., and I'm realizing right now I have to go to the gas station and fill my wife's car tires up with air. So it's a late one. It's a late one here, and now I'll play the crazy game, Don't Wake the Kids, with the garage door opening and the van starting. I don't know if this is going to go well, but we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Okay. Today on the podcast, a tip of the hat to my daughter that we'll get into. I think there might be 2 tip of the hats to my daughter and a sandwich for the ages. We kick the podcast off by thanking everyone who supports the podcast, because this podcast is brought to you by the Patreon members of the podcast over at patreon.com/Sean Widmer Podcast. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed Trivia 21 to the Patreon members. You get trivia on Tuesdays. We're in Christmas mode now. I got to tell you, Frosty the Snowman was one of the rounds of trivia, the animated movie from the 60s. And we've been kind of on this old 60s Christmas movie kick. They're some of my favorites from my childhood. And I was excited that my kids wanted to watch them. So we watched Frosty and we watched Rudolph. Frosty is great. 22 minutes. Messy. It's perfect. Great kids' Christmas movie. Love it. Rudolph stinks. Sorry. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1964, 1965. Burl Ives, is that his name? That movie stinks. It is not good now that I've watched it as an adult. The whole Island of Misfit Toys, if that was all gone, you would have something. I'd listen to it. But it's 55 minutes, and everything that has to do with the land of misfit toys and the lion, the king that's the lion but not the Lion King, it's just not great. The good parts are all the parts with the abominable snowman. I cannot say that word. Abominable snowman. Any parts with Santa and the reindeers, and that's it. The misfit toy sucks. And now that I've watched it a couple times because my son loves Rudolph the reindeer, can't get Red Nose in there. I have to say it. It stinks. Movies I need to watch. Need to watch the Home Alones. Need to watch Christmas Vacation. Need to watch the Santa Claus. I kind of want to watch Santa Claus 1, 2, 3. I really like those movies. I don't want to get into that on this podcast, though. This isn't the Christmas movie one. Okay. Continuing forward, we kick the podcast off by saying thanks to the Patreon members and by going over to iTunes and looking for 5-star reviews. If there's a 5-star review, new one, we read it, whatever it says, and that sets the tone for the podcast. There is not a new 5-star review, which means I come up with a shout out. And the shout out today goes to my daughter, who has done something that I have to say. Kudos, Olivia. Well done on this one. So we have, we just talked about watching Rudolph, watching Frosty. The kids get some TV time during the day. And on Monday, my daughter was a brainiac. So a couple things my daughter likes. One of them is television. And another thing that she likes, and she's got a lot of things she likes, but one of them is watching a TV show. She loves watching this A is for Adley. Sean Duras' daughter, if you're in the YouTube world. And they just do like the American Girl doll videos, and Olivia thinks they're great, whatever. So she loves those. So when she gets her like TV time, she watches that. And the other thing my daughter likes, and I'm all in on it, she loves taking my phone and making videos, but also taking pictures. So she'll set up all her toys. She got some Gabby's Dollhouse stuff for her birthday, and she'll set it all up, and she'll take pictures of the setup. And then she'll make videos where she thinks she's the YouTube person, and she just makes videos. And I love it. So I don't mind throwing her my phone and letting her, go to work on her future as a videographer or a photographer. And it's very enjoyable. So The other day, she had my phone. She's taking pictures, and then we watch them. She gets to watch her TV, so she's gonna watch A is for Adley, and then we're done with TV. So I turn the TV off, and she's gonna go take more pictures. So she disappears up to her room where she normally just sets up all her stuffed animals. And later in the night, I go through my camera roll, and I have 1,000 pictures of every stuffed animal, solo, and then comboed up. Oh, it's Mercat and Bunny. Oh, it's Pink Bunny and Gray Bunny. We've got Eeyore hanging out with the dinosaur. We got all the combos. So, and I go through all of them and delete most of them. But I love when there's a video on there. I save all the videos because it's her being cute doing voices. So she goes away, and now it's Huck, me, and Woods. We're hanging out. But she had been gone for a while, and I'm like, what in the world is she doing? Plus, I need my phone because I need my phone. So I'm like, where is she? Go upstairs. She's not in her normal spot. I'm like, well, she's been gone for like 30 minutes. What's she doing? My daughter, Kudos, had taken my camera when she was watching her TV time, and she had recorded the screen with the video, and she had zoomed it so that the video she was taking was a perfect outline of the TV. And she had filmed an 8-minute video of this YouTube video, and for 30 minutes, she was up in her room watching her video of the YouTube video. And I was like, look, I said no more TV, but this is pretty clever. And so I'm not really mad at you. Don't do it again, but that's pretty heady. So kudos to my daughter. Maybe kudos to my wife for this one. We're just in family mode now. My wife's been traveling. She's been out of town most of the week, and she's going to be out of town another day. So we've had a lot of time, the 3 kids. You really realize real quickly how much different 3 than 2 when you're by yourself and you're juggling work and the kids, and you're pretty much on duty from 6 o'clock in the morning when Huck wakes up until 8 o'clock at night when Olivia goes to bed. You're just in either dad mode or work mode, and you've got a third one, so it adds up. I think that you'll hear people say, well, from 1 to 2 is a crazy change. From 2 to 3 isn't as bad. They lied. They lied to you. It is crazy. 2 to 3 is wild. That third one, when you have them all, that third one really is an interesting key to a difficult puzzle, because you just don't have enough hands or enough attention to do something with everyone. Anyways, the third rocked my world. So we're hanging out. We're trying to, survive it. Well, last week my daughter had her birthday. So Saturday, Olivia has her birthday party, gets a bunch of cool presents, and Sunday my wife leaves to go to work. And this was the smartest thing my wife could ever do, is open all my daughter's birthday presents with her and then leave. And my daughter had gotten a ton of makeup and hair stuff, hair coloring stuff, glitter, and then all the makeups. We're talking toenail, fingernail polish, whatever, polish for your nails, and then a real makeup kit. So when you got 3 and you're trying to hang on to the baby, and my son Huck is a wild man, the addition of makeup is an absolutely insane thing to throw into the mix. And when I was simply trying to feed the baby while Huck is, yelling for another thing of fruit snacks, I'm in that world. And my 5-year-old is over what I thought was coloring, because that's what she had started doing. And then she was going to look at her makeup. And when I realized, it's been 10 minutes, I need to make sure I check in on her, and she looks like the Joker from The Dark Knight, I thought, ooh, we have a situation. And then I'm now panicked because there's makeup all over her. It's on her hands, it's on her face, it's everywhere. It's on her body. Wherever she could put makeup, it's on. So now I'm panicked because I'm like, well, where else has she been? Well, thank goodness she'd only been at the table, but I'm realizing don't touch anything. And I don't know. I'm not a makeup guy. Why is that the hardest stuff in the world to get off? I take her to the bathroom, grab a wet cloth. I think I'm going to wipe the makeup off her face. It just smears it, and now it looks even more insane. It's everywhere. So we finally, after an hour, get the makeup taken care of, and I think we're good. Except for my daughter was also smart. She's been very smart lately. I thought she had all the makeup in one place, so I picked it all up, put it away. I go, look, we can't do this right now. You already did your makeup. Let's wait till mom comes back in a couple days, and she can help you with the makeup. My daughter was smart, knew I was going to do that, and had put aside 2 things of lipstick. So when I then am getting the baby up to bed for a nap, it's a 5-minute process. Take him up, change the diaper, get him in his bed, make sure he's snoozing, and come right back downstairs. It's very simple. So 5 minutes. What could happen in 5 minutes? Well, in 5 minutes, what your kid can do is find these hidden lipsticks that she didn't want you to know about and do her entire face and her brother's entire face with one entire thing of lipstick. So not only is there lipstick on the faces, which whatever, it is 2 inches thick. It is the entirety of the lipstick container on 2 faces, caked. Now, that stuff does not come off. So then, of course, I'm trying to get the lipstick off my son. I'm trying to get the lipstick off my daughter. My son's panicked. He's looking in the mirror. His face is red. Oh, my gosh. My face is red. I'm never going to be able to survive again, Dad. So kudos to my wife. You chose the perfect week to leave. The week after our daughter is given an elaborate makeup kit. And I don't remember who it was that gave us that, but it's coming back your way. At some point, you must have had a kid at the birthday party. You're getting a makeup kit, period. You're welcome. All right, Kelly's What Are You Into? Let's wrap the podcast up today with this one right here. I got to say I'm into the NBA. I want to say I'm into the NBA tournament because I think the NBA tournament is fantastic. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dominated tonight with a 39-point game. These guys play hard, minus Luka, and I love it. I love this the in-season tournament. It's great. I'm excited for the end of it. There's great tournaments right now. The NBA in-season tournament and the college football tournament is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So we're being spoiled right now with sports. Now, what does sports lead to? Well, if you watch it sometimes like I do and you get together with people, normally there can be some social aspect to this, and you maybe have a few drinks, and maybe a few drinks turn into a couple more few drinks, and the next thing you know, you wake up the day and you're hurting. So when I saw this article today, I thought, what great timing. The holidays are here. People are going to be having holiday parties. Maybe you're drinking something with a little extra kick to it, and it's not just a light beer. So you want to make sure when you're waking up every day during December, you're feeling good. So this was the headline that I saw. Not that one. Nope. I want this one right here. Top doctor develops scientific sandwich said to instantly cure your hangover. Look at this. A breakfast sandwich, even. A sandwich that will scientifically instantly cure your hangover. So, Dr. Zoe Williams from London has this. This is the sandwich. I'm very disappointed. Here's what we've got. Dr. Zoe Williams, or Dr. Zoe Williams, says it starts with, and this is the problem, because now it becomes complicated right off the bat. I don't know what this is made with bread that's half wholemeal, half white, sometimes referred to as half and half bread. So the other ingredients I'm going to tell you can find, anyone has, but what she has done is she has named a bread that no one understands or knows about, so that if this sandwich doesn't work for you, she can just say, well, you got the wrong bread. You need this half wholemeal, half white bread. You didn't do it right. You're out. But let's move past that. Let's say maybe another bread can work. Here's the ingredients. It is the bread, the half and half bread, and then a fried egg, bacon, and avocado. This sounds great. Okay, this sounds great to me. So there's reasons for all of it. There's reasons why they go into the reasons why each thing works for it with the sodium, the electrolytes, potassium. This has got all the fixins to instantly cure a hangover. So I'm interested. It sounds like a good sandwich, but some of the comments in this article were crazy. Like this one: while eating processed meat like bacon every day has been linked to an increased risk of bowel cancer, enjoying it once in a while is unlikely to do much harm, according to Dr. Williams. It also says Dr. Williams recommended the seemingly unhealthy combination of bacon, egg, and avocado. I didn't click on this article to find five best ways to lose weight in a sandwich. The top of the article says, top doctor developed scientific sandwich said to instantly cure hangover. No one clicked that article going, you know what? I'm hungover, but I will not sacrifice my healthy eating for the cure of this hangover. No, it could have said eat nails. When you're feeling it and you need the cure and you're Googling something like this, it doesn't matter. The word health doesn't come into play. The words save me come into play. So I was just laughing. There's so many things in this article about health factors and, well, we understand this isn't as healthy, but it's not terrible for you if you do it every now and then. Well, yeah, if you're waking up every morning with a hangover, we've got bigger problems than you eating the sandwich every day. I'm assuming this is once every now and then. You're diving into this bread, bacon, avocado, bread, egg, bacon, avocado sandwich. But there you go. That's the recipe. So for those of you looking this winter at some holiday parties coming up, maybe you're watching some of these NBA games, maybe you're watching some of the college bowl games, wake up the next day with a bit of a headache, Dr. Zoe Williams has you covered. It's going to be unhealthy, but it's going to be great. Half and half bread. That's going to be the ticket. That's going to be her loophole to get out of this. She also said make sure you have 2 pints of water by your bed. Thank you. All right, thanks for tuning in. Oh, we've got to do some comments. I've been missing the comments. And Yvonne called me out on it. She said, are you not reading comments to us anymore? Glad your vasectomy went well. They are better than a hysterectomy. We have to take 6 weeks off. Again, I mean, there's a lot of bad ones, right? There's definitely a lot of worse ones than a vasectomy. But like, for instance, I mentioned my gallbladder surgery. That one was way worse. So yeah, there's plenty worse than that. Dylan says this: I had a vasectomy just over a year ago. They had prescribed me a pain pill to take an hour before I had it done. By the time I got there, I couldn't have cared if they did the procedure right in the waiting room. I was happy as could be. I definitely embarrassed myself with some jokes that I thought were hilarious. I might have asked the nurse to turn up the heat so things looked a little bit more normal. Right? I mean, yeah. It is cold in there. Glad you're on the mend. Ice and rest is the way to go. My wife made me rest and ice. I've done well on the ice. I've done terrible on the rest. And it's, I think it's taken a little longer because of that. Taking a little longer for the healing process to really settle in. But thank you for the nice comments. Yvonne, good to hear from you. Dylan, always good to hear from you. Ian said this over on Sean'sLife.com. Hope my birthday twin, that being Olivia, had a great birthday. My kids are losing their mind over their advent calendar this year. B is a full set of dice. Logan is Harry Potter Legos. Emma, Disney Princess Legos. Those are 3 great advent calendars. I will say this, and Instagram gets me every time. They've got some clever, awesome advent calendars out there that probably cost $40. The one we used to do as a kid probably was $3. There was nothing in it. You just opened a tab on a picture, and there's the drawing of a cat with mittens. Oh, open another one. There's a thing of yarn. Oh, open another one. There's a picture of a Christmas present. That was the kind of advent calendar I did as a kid, and now they're filled with actual presents, like ones that would have been real presents for me growing up. But I love it. I love how many there are. I think they're cool, super creative. Love it. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it very much. And thanks to the Patreon members, patreon.com/Sean Whitmer podcast. You make this happen. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.